All right, so we are on 4 attempts of making this video. The batteries died twice, and people have come in and interrupted, and it's just been a mess. So, anyways, uh, yes. So I had to sit back this week. I had to have some realizations. I feel like that's been my life the last month. The whole last month, I really just stayed the same exact weight, which makes me feel like maybe I am just permanently in maintenance mode, and that's that. And that was frustrating me, which just bothered me that it was frustrating me. When I look in the mirror, I still see things that need to come off. I'm convinced now more than ever that it's probably mostly skin that I'm worried about, but I don't exactly love what I see. But I do think that I look good. I realize that sizes I'm in is a good size, and it's just about living my life. And so I had to sit back and I had to think, what are my convictions? What are my things that I am for sure all about, and then kind of decide what I'm going to do from there. First of all, I'm not a 12-stepper. 12-steppers have the idea that once an addict, always an addict. And I don't believe in that. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And so, if you feel that once an overeater, you're always prone to overeat, that's your decision, and that's your feeling. And if it gets you through the day, then good for you. Like, seriously, good for you. Like, I don't judge you. I don't think ill of you or anything. I'm a Christian, and as a Christian, I believe in the promise that Jesus gave us that when He came, He would set captives free, that He would bind up the brokenhearted, and He would restore the broken places. And so, with freedom and restoration comes joy, and I believe that I am a restored man. I am a new man, and because I am new, therefore, I cannot be broken. I can choose in my life to make bad decisions, and that may lead me back toward weight gain. If you have gained your weight back and you're watching my videos, I am not sitting here saying that you made bad decisions. I don't know you, and so I don't know why you gained your weight back, and therefore, there is no judgment, and so you do not need to be offended by what I just said, because I don't know you, and I don't know why you gained your weight back. I don't know why anybody gains their weight back, because I'm not them, and because I haven't sat down with every single person that's ever gained weight back and said, why'd you gain your weight back? So don't get offended by what I just said, or get offended but just keep it to yourself. So, because I really... It's your life, and it's my life, and we don't necessarily, just because we had weight loss surgery, doesn't mean we have to choose the same path, or our lives are going to be the same. With that being said, I will not live my life in fear of weight gain. I have adopted a lifestyle that I love. I am happy. I can eat basically anything I want to eat. I'm still sensitive to sugars. But I can eat just about anything I want to eat, and I can eat large portions. We're not talking anything near what I used to be able to eat, but so compared to the last year and a half of my life, a lot more. I can finish a plate, and so I need to be very aware of my portioning and whatnot. But but once again, back to the lifestyle I've chose is there needs to be different decisions made. Decisions that some people would not agree with. I know that there's a lot of talk about the quote-unquote weight loss surgery rules. I am always a big advocate of you follow your what your doctor says to the T, and there you go. And unless your doctor is just completely a fool, but I have a successful doctor. I have a doctor that knows what he's doing. He has a great team of people. I have a bariatric nutritionist that I believe is a very wonderful woman, and she knows her stuff. And so They have kind of a rule book for the first 12 weeks, and after that 12 weeks, it's of course they would prefer that you do proteins first, but they don't have you run from carbs. They try to teach you to eat a more balanced diet, and not be afraid of carbohydrates and stuff like that, especially for those of us who are more active. Carbohydrates are important in endurance sports. They are not as important as they have been made to be, meaning like carb loading and stuff like that. It's not really, most of the carbs that people do with carb loading are quick carbs. They go into your system and they're absorbed within about 3 minutes, and if you don't use them, they convert into glucose and eventually, sugar, basically, but blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into all that. So for me, eating a more whole food diet, I tend to walk the perimeter of the grocery store and try to stay away from the inside of the grocery store. And I buy my foods that way. I do whole oats, and I put those in my body because I need that fuel. I have never thought I would ever look at food as fuel, but I have now started to look at food as essential fuel for my endurance sports. You have to understand that my training right now, I work out sometimes up to 4 hours a day. I usually do 2 a days, either swimming and biking, or biking and running, or vice versa. A little bit of strength training in there, and it takes a long time. I'm out there for a while, and I need to fuel my body properly to be able to do that. When I started looking at my weight, I started making realizations that, first of all, I was like, okay, wait a minute, okay. Why am I so stinking upset that I haven't lost, that I've kind of stalled out at 208 pounds when 195 is my healthy BMI? So I'm what is that? 13 pounds overweight. It's like, okay, skin. I have a lot of it. My doctor thinks that I have anywhere from 30 to 40 pounds worth of excess skin on my body. And I have the bat wings, and I have leg stuff that you wouldn't believe, and my stomach is just all around 360 degrees. You can just lift it up and drop it. I mean, it's just skin, man boobies that are just never going to go away, and they're just I look like a 90-year-old woman. Well, I don't want to go into that. So anyway, but sitting here right now, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a medium undershirt. I'm wearing a quite baggy large. And I'm wearing very, very loose-fitting 36 shorts. And I could get up and wiggle right out of them right now. So that means I'm about a 34 to a 36, depending on the where you buy your clothes. I'm a medium to a large, depending on where you buy your clothes. And you know what? That's fine. And that, for me, that's, clothing-wise, I can go into any store and buy anything I want. It also puts me in a place where, I don't feel overweight. I do when I wear this. This is my tri-suit that I will be wearing in my triathlons when I race for my Multisport Madness team. This is a medium, and this is compression, and it's very tiny. So, and when you put on, it doesn't hide anything. So it doesn't tuck away the sadness. So, but besides being in that, that's about the only time I feel fat, is when I'm in that, and that's just mainly the skin. Just, you can't hide the skin. But for me, I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with my body. No one ever looks at me and says, "Look at that fat guy." You know what I mean? Like, if they do, then they're really, really strangely have a skewed view of the world. So for me, I'm happy. So why am I so upset? You know why I'm so upset? because of $2,500 race wheels. That's why I'm upset. Seriously. I have race wheels on a bike. They're Head Jet 9s. They're about $2,500 worth of race wheels. And they have a weight limit of 190 pounds. So if I don't get down to 190 pounds, I was under the understanding that I just can't race on them or I can destroy these expensive wheels. That is it. Literally, guys, I'm talking, that is the only stinking reason that I was ever upset. So I did the smart thing, which I should have done a long time ago, and I called Head. And I called them and I said, what do you think? And the guy's like, if you can lose that 8 pounds and get down to 200, you should be okay. And he's like, but I'll ask around. Well, I got an awesome call from the developer of Head Jet 9s. That's his specialty expertise. He does the wind tunnel testing and he designs the designs and the carbon and all that kind of stuff into them. He calls me. By the way, these companies, all these companies, even though they are popular in the triathlon world, they're not like, they don't have 10,000 people working for them. They're usually small operations here in the U.S. and they make these things. So when you're thinking the developer called you, don't think it's something because I'm something special, because I'm not anything special. It's just these companies aren't as large as you think they are. So he called me and said, hey, I've heard that you're having some issues and everything. I want to talk to you about it. I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, well, I want to let you know first and foremost that I personally have friends that go on rides with us that use your wheels and they're over 225 pounds. Oh, really? Yes. Some guys just don't want the Stallion build, which Stallion build means that they put more spokes on them to be able to withstand the weight. He's like, you got to be careful. But he's like, I feel comfortable. Basically what he said was, in their testing, over 1,000 tests of certain weight limits, they had one failure, spoke failure, at around 220 pounds. And that automatically kicks them down to, they have to be weight limited at 190 pounds. And so that's what they do to be able to cover it and everything. And so because of this one failure out of 1,000 tests, they said we got to kick it down. And so if that wouldn't have happened after 1,000 tests, if that one spoke wouldn't have broken, they would have had a weight limit. The weight limit would have been higher on them. So they keep them pretty standard down there. Now, he said, in all fairness, don't go for the potholes, miss the potholes. And he's like, but I feel comfortable. Anyone 215 pounds, I don't even think about it. Like, if you are under 215 pounds, you're completely and totally 100% safe riding those wheels. So, really? It's like, yeah. Automatically, it was like the heavens opened up and I could do anything in the world again. And so I just had this realization that I was stressing over nothing. And it wasn't even important to me. I was trying to lose weight for an object, not for any practical reason, not for my health, not for anything. That was rubbish. I mean, complete, total garbage of why I was trying to lose weight. And so for me, I said, the heck with it. And this was like God opening up the doors for me, saying, live your life and don't worry about it. And so from there, it helped me to make better decisions. I've realized, I mentioned in my last video, I knew it, you didn't have to tell me about it, which none of you did, but I needed to up my calories. And I needed to be putting more proteins in me because I was burning more, and I needed to up my calories a little bit. So I found an all-natural shake that has carbohydrates and all that kind of stuff in it. It's not one of those no-carb shakes or whatever, but it's all natural, made with stevia, so I don't have to worry about the sugars and stuff. And it actually is really stinking good. It's like a Rob Roy or something. If I remember my next video, I'll put it in it. But it's good. It's not cheap, but it's good. And I just have one a day with some milk, and it tastes just like chocolate milk. I mean, I really can honestly say it's a little sweet. I wish they would have backed off the stevia a little bit. But it's a little bit sweeter than chocolate milk, but it's the closest to chocolate milk that I've ever had out of any shake. So very happy about that. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing Cliff bars in the afternoon, and I can't win. I'm just gonna let that ring, and I'm just gonna move forward. So basically, that's that. And I don't even know where that phone is. I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize to you, but I'm not making this video again. This is the 4th time I made this video. So yeah, so that's that, and I feel good about my life, and like I said, I've upped my calories, and as soon as I've upped my calories, went down. If you want to say, well, why were you upping your calories? Well, think about this. I did a 40-mile bike ride the other day, and then that day I did about a 2,000 meter swim. In my bike ride, I burned about 2,500 calories. In my swim, I burned about 800 something calories. So we're over 30 something hundred calories. I'm not quick with math in my head. And I put probably less than 1,600 calories in me the whole day. I gained 2 pounds. You know, some people swear by negative calorie days. I don't swear by negative calorie days. There is so much more proof of the long-term damage that you can do to your body by having negative calorie days and not putting the essentials into you, and especially when you're doing endurance training and stuff like that, these things are important to you. You've got to put the right stuff in your body so that it recovers properly and heals. There's sickness, all this kind of stuff. You can get sick. I mean, there's just so much that you can do if you're not fueling your body properly. It's a discipline that you have to do. Therefore, my weight loss journey, it's over. And I'm okay with that. It's over. I'm now in a new journey of my life, and that's as an endurance athlete. That's what I want to do. That's my long-term goals in my life. I want to be a 70-year-old triathlete. Plain and simple. I would love to be the guy running on Kona, running sideways, just to finish. That would be awesome to me. Like that is what I do. It's no longer about my weight, and I've got to get off the weight. And so with that, I'm fueling my body now simply for fuel. I look at food as fuel. Everything that goes in me, is it the proper thing to go in me? Is it a whole natural food that will fuel me to be able to do my workouts, do my runs, so that I can attain my goals in life? And that's it. And I want to be happy. I want to be okay that I'm having a beer, hanging out with my friends. I like beer. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I take pictures of my craft beers all the time. I love craft beer. It's a high-calorie beer. It's not no light beer, but I like flavor, and I don't like just sipping on monkey pee, which is what Bud Light and Miller Lite and all that kind of light beer tastes to me. So that's what it is, and I'm going to live my life, and we're going to keep moving forward. So this doesn't change our relationship. We don't need to have a defined relationship, but we might need to define me making long videos, because I guarantee you this is 20 minutes now. So I love you guys, and I just wanted to share with you how I'm doing. I wanted to let you know that I'm working on a project right now of something I'm going to be doing and taking very seriously. I'm having a professional filmmaker make a video for me. It will be uploaded to this, so you guys can definitely be a part of this. It's a project that I'm going to be working on for my 70.3 Ironman, and I'm raising money for something that I believe very, very strongly and probably the most passionate. Every time I even think about it, I start to cry. I want to cry right now. So I'm going to be doing a promo video. Like I said, I have a professional video maker. I will be uploading it to this YouTube so that I can get it out there. I'm not going to start a new channel just for it. Plus, I'd love for you guys to be a part of it too. So I love you guys, and I really thank you guys so much for watching my videos over the last year and a half, and I hope that you stay with me as I just keep sharing more about what's going on with my life. So peace out, friends. Yeah.